y'all. It's Dalanie.
And it's Katie, and this is Classically Black Podcast,
where we talk all things classical music and being black in the profession.
with trap beats playing in the background. Why I say podcast like that?
I didn't even notice nothing.
Oh, see, there we go.
Stop, why you feel so far away?
We're the same distance. Chairs don't really be moving, do they?
I don't know. It just feels. Anyway, well, any news to report? What is that?
I was just shaking hands with it, shaking ass with my hands out.
Oh,
Remember that part that when that song was going viral, people were trying to figure out like what JT meant by that, and that one girl, she was like, "I just can't." I mean, yeah, give us money.
Or there was that one. It was a Meg song where it was like, got one foot on the headboard, got one foot on the mattress.
I'm like, some of y'all need to be competing with Simone Biles. Like, people were like, "Girl, she just means this and this." But I saw some gymnastics when that was trending.
I want to see what she meant.
Did she ever show us? I forgot what it came up if she showed.
Oh, I don't know.
But I don't think she ever showed us. She were a new man. Period.
Okay, well, I guess we'll get into the news this week.
Is it about?
No, it could be, but it's not. Because I was like, let's just.
It's enough going on. Feel me?
Yeah, it's like every other day is something.
And I unshuffled my email, and I was like, I should reshuffle this because I haven't seen that New York Times newsletter in months. Just for like one of the first little things be like, and I'm just like, girl, I'm kind of to that point. I know it's like a little dense, but I'm just like, if they're not finna round us up and put us in them camps, which probably coming, just let me know. Like, it's too much going on. It's too much. Apparently he had some type of press conference today. See, I only knew about that because, well, I did see him on live on TikTok, and I just scroll right past it. Somebody was streaming it. Oh no, somebody was streaming.
I mean, I know you wouldn't follow, but I just mean like, dang.
Not on TikTok Live. It was with the broadcast.
I see.
That sounded. I mean, it's.
But they be on TikTok Live. Like I remember, I watched Cory Booker's filibuster on it wasn't filibuster, but on TikTok Live.
He was live.
Mm. Yeah. So sometimes they be live. So
I think I have him blocked on TikTok.
Oh, that sounds about right. Yeah, and I'm about to. I know it's not y'all fault or whatever, and y'all the victims, but I'm about to unfollow Kennedy Center because now they posted him because since he's the chairman over there, they like we so excited to welcome our chairman.
You
Donald
are
Trump. And the
wait, he's a chairman. You see how I don't be knowing nothing. He's a chairman now.
We did talk about that, but that was like literally months ago.
My eyes be glazing over.
That was like maybe 2 months. That was definitely before the break. So. And also, it's every other week is something new.
Cause like, what we supposed to do? What we gonna do for real? Well, let me know when we finna do something for real. I don't mean nothing by that. I'm just saying.
The comments were a mess. I contributed, but because like this is insane. Like, so I gotta remember to unfollow them because I'm just y'all not finna be doing that on my stuff. So
fine.
Anyway, no less terrible. Our first news. But I front load with the bad stuff. I try to. Violinist and violin professor at the University of Manitoba in Winnipeg, Canada, Oleg Poganovsky. He's been charged with a sexual assault of a past teenage pupil.
So what y'all got going on?
Right. Which allegedly took place between December 2007 and March 2010 when the student was just 15 years old and he was in his 30s. It says that the local police stated that he initially groomed the student in private lessons taking place on the university's campus. The offense that I guess at the center of these charges happened off-site. And the student also said that once she cut off contact with her teacher, he continued to pursue her by sending her a significant number of emails. So he's been charged with both sexual assault and sexual exploitation, which he chose to turn himself in for. So now he's in custody. And Yeah, we'll see what comes of it. The university also, of course, put out a statement saying the university is aware of the charges. We take this matter very seriously and are cooperating fully with the Winnipeg Police Service. The accused has been placed on leave. This is a WPS investigation, and specific questions pertaining to the investigation should be directed to the police. So yeah, he's on leave. I don't know the ins and outs of the administrative whatever. I'm sure that's maybe a formality.
Yeah,
I mean he can't teach nobody from prison, so
yeah, on leave until he gets fired is really what. Like if you get put on leave, you should start looking for a new job. Yeah. Well, not in his case.
You won't need one.
Get yourself together because you're gonna be in prison, but you should be. I don't think you understand. If I was putting my child in private lessons and I'm going to prison.
Like we right there together.
Ain't gonna be no need for no leave. Ain't gonna be no need for no trial. Ain't gonna be no. I'm going in your office because like, what do you mean I'm dropping them off for lessons and you? They supposed to be doing their little wolf art, their little scales, their little try, and you finagling.
Right. Like that's just.
That's
just really insane to me.
That is so insane.
As somebody that's been in so many private lessons, I can't
even like fathom it.
Yeah.
And I feel like even when we talk about like women versus men teachers, it's like I've had more. I feel like I've had well, you play bass, so it's a little different.
I've only had male teachers,
but like I feel like I've had 3 women teachers, and I've had like 4. Okay, so it's been pretty half and half. But the thought never crossed my mind that oh no, I'm in a room alone with this person. Yeah, ever. Ever. And that's been like orchestra, like even like you taking privates from an orchestra teacher. My artist diploma thing unfortunately was with a man, that particular man. But I did take lessons from the violin professor. He was a man. George Taylor, of course. Like it just never crossed my mind like something could go down here. Yeah. Except a read from Mr. Taylor.
All right.
And it's like I can't imagine how scared you are,
especially at 15.
And you don't want to tell your parents because there will be, I'm telling you, future me, there will be no need for a trial. Just send me straight there. One of us going to the morgue, one of us going to the right. Feel me? Like because I'm trusting. Yeah. Because after a while, your parents stop sitting. My mom sat in my lessons from like 7th through like 9th grade. Eventually, they stopped sitting in a lesson. Eventually, it's like I'm finna drop you off. I'm finna go to the grocery store real quick. I'm finna whatever. So it's like I don't think you understand.
Yeah, and then you think your kid just hate playing the violin. She never want to go to her lesson, and it's like no, it's because something's going down in there.
See, now you got to listen to your kids because why do you hate playing the violin so much?
Yeah, it's like I just really can't. Yeah, it's like the trust that you put in an educator as a parent. You have to die. Like
you have to die.
I'm looking through the options. I'm like, yeah, it's like you gotta die. Why would you do that to a child?
I will deal with God from myself. Okay, like you have.
Some of y'all gotta go.
It might be by hand.
Some of y'all gotta go. I'm sorry. There's no like I'm. Oh,
what do you mean? Because now my kid got to deal with that for the rest of their lives.
For the rest of their lives. No, you have to go.
When I tell you,
like,
no, I'm like, don't even call a lawyer. There's no need for one.
I'm actually getting hot right now because that's insane.
There's no need. There's no need. I did it. Cause like what?
Wow.
Cause it's like you think about like to your point how many lessons you sat in.
And now you rub it like what? Like honestly, I can't even fathom it.
I feel like even because you started hearing stories like this, I feel like when I was in grad school, I started hearing more and more stories like this. Ooh, my co-op from undergrad did tell me about her viola teacher at the University of Illinois. Not the current one. He pretty cool. He got a 5-string viola and stuff. He kind of cool. But well, I almost said something I didn't mean. No, I meant it, but not meant to say. Cool dude. Anyway, not him. The one, because she went there in like the 80s or something like that. Whoever that guy was creepy as hell, saying stuff about girls' titties and stuff and like dating them and all type of stuff. And she was saying basically back then,
they loved the whole dating a student thing. They loved
dating a student, which I know one or two from but I will say like she was like, you just kind of had to deal with it.
Yeah, especially back then.
She was just like, and I'm sitting there in 2015 like, what you mean deal with it?
Like, you know what?
because I always had a mouth on me. But like,
well,
and I thought that too. But no, that's not good. That's not good. We only 10 minutes in, and it's explicit. I mean, but y'all was thinking it too when I said that. I didn't mean it that way, but that's how it landed, and y'all was thinking it too. You freaky deaky frog. Anyway, what I was saying was I was kind of that. I think that was probably one of the first times I heard about it. Besides like casual stuff. But my conducting teacher, I'm in the room with him an hour a week. I'm like one of the only women in the studio, in the conducting studio. I mean, it never even crossed my mind. I couldn't imagine that. What do you? Wow. Yeah, you deserve to die.
Like,
you lucky they got due process, girl. Y'all would hate for me. I say every day, y'all would hate for me to be in charge.
Right.
You're about cleaning up the streets. Y'all would hate for me to be in charge.
Like, because some of y'all just got it. Like, that really be the answer. I know everybody want to be, well, let's see, let's be tight. No, like,
she's freaking 15. She's freaking scared out of her mind. Maybe she doesn't think her parents are gonna believe her. Maybe,
yeah. Some of y'all just gotta go. That's the answer. So, next up in the news, there is a London-based AI startup called Arthos, who just recently announced that they have raised $730,000 in pre-seed funding for the launch of their first product, which is an AI-powered digital audio workstation designed to convert user instructions into musical outputs. They've named it Mozart AI. And apparently it's supposed to be capable of recognizing a user's unique compositional style and voice, and provide suggestions, iterations, and extensions for melodies, chords, drums, vocals, mixing, and so on. They said that this is supposed to be a co-producer for composers and producers, not a replacement, and that artists should use the tool and maintain complete creative control while the AI handles the, quote, tedious technical workflows. This reminds me a lot of when we were talking about the film scores, and how a lot of film scores are made, where the composer that you see in the credits writes the melodies and stuff, and all the composer's assistants actually, like, they write the themes, and then the assistants write, you know, the actual music, and like tease it out into what will eventually become the score. Yeah, they just moved on from the private beta stage to their public launch, which was a couple weeks ago, about a month ago. Using it,
girl.
We haven't. I think we talked about AI music maybe once, but what do you think?
I feel like it's a stupid idea, and I feel like $700,000 not enough money to do nothing. So maybe we'll just fizzle out.
Well, that's their pre-seed funding.
Come, it's like it's just starting. It gets to a point. It's not a stupid idea. I shouldn't say that, but it's just like, you a composer, you shouldn't need no help. Compose. Mozart didn't even have lights. Call him Mozart 2.0. like,
no, for real. Yeah, I think it's just a bit ridiculous.
I be looking at that AI stuff. Ever since I saw that video about the people in Memphis who can't breathe, I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Like, y'all keep...
It's just not worth it to me. And it's also like, we already with the phones and stuff, everybody brain pouring out their ears already. Like, it's not worth it to me. And I've also just genuinely, like, the stuff that people be saying, I asked ChatGPT this, that, the stuff, I'll just be like, oh, I asked her for a grocery list. You don't know what you like to eat? Like,
I remember that one dude went viral. I mean, he did go back and he was like, okay, I didn't know it was bad for the environment.
Some people don't know.
Yeah, so he like, I don't do that, but maybe I'm biased. I feel like that's basic adult stuff. I feel like we've just lost the plot. Like, girl, go just have a wander at the grocery store.
And I just feel like, yeah, I just really have genuinely not felt a need for it in my life, or so. And I feel like, especially when it comes to like artistic output, like, what do you want to be a composer?
That's the thing. Like, that's why I feel like for artistic stuff, that's the same thing that they're talking about with like And the thing is, like, because I feel really passionate about it when it comes, I mean, in general, but when it comes to screenwriting, and it's like, it's not good, but yet, you know, and it's like, we don't even know how. I remember having a meeting at my situation about AI, and like the tide might be turning on how they're using energy and how that might be able to be refined and stuff like that. So maybe, but like, and AI is all around us. That's also the annoying thing. It's like, you really can't. I'm curious what, in the grand scheme, how ChatGPT plays into it, considering that, like, I called a restaurant to make a reservation to get clarity on a reservation, and I was talking to an AI person, and I was like, can I speak to a real person? And they're like, we're not open right now. And I'm like, you are. So it's like when you Google something and it generates, and think about how many, you can't even, I don't know if you can turn that off yet. Think about how many times people are Googling stuff a day. And it's like, the first thing that pops up is AI generated stuff. It's like, when my Spirit canceled my flight, I was talking to an AI bot. Like, everything is AI. So I'm curious, like, for how ChatGPT, like, how much does it contribute to the overall, like, we're pumping gases into the environment, people can't breathe, and it's affecting the water. I saw this one lady, she's like, we only can't even use the tap water, we barely getting water out the tap. But like, why are we adding to it? You know, like, because everything is already AI. We already kind of past that. Like, you literally cannot Google anything without the AI popping up first. So yeah, perfect. Well, the good news is, since now that the Trump regime is underway, we wouldn't really got much time left. One day we just gonna wake up and be dust. So that's actually reassuring. It's like, we should just keep doing what we can do for now, because we only got 4 or 5 more years at this rate.
Next week, you guys gonna hear AI bots instead of us.
Oh, my girl gonna be T.
Forgot what else I was gonna say. Oh, I was in a meeting about, yeah, and it was like, oh, and somebody asked, like, oh, how do we feel about people that using AI? Because it was like a writing thing. It was like, how do we feel about some people using AI to help them write such and such? And I could tell, like, they was trying to, you know, get a feel for it and get like and try to be a little open-minded. And I'm like, oh, I'm super close-minded when it comes to that. You didn't write that.
And like, why are you what? Especially because I know I understand the context from which you're saying this, and it's just like, this is academic space.
Not, oh, I wrote this way. I know you did not. Like, and also, like, yeah, y'all really don't want to hear. Like, I'm not, like I said, I'm super close-minded about it. Because I just don't think that there's any excuse for that. Like, why are you doing that? I don't understand. People have been writing for how long, and now you're gonna tell me you can't write for this without AI? And you should not be writing for this. And also, you should not be writing for this for another reason, which is that ChatGPT stuff is not good.
Yeah. And
you can absolutely tell when something is written with ChatGPT. And I don't just mean when y'all forget to proofread it and it says, as an AI bot, like, when y'all forget to edit that shit out. It's like, the writing is not good.
Yeah.
So if you plug your stuff into ChatGPT and you get this out and you think that's good enough to turn in, you don't need to be writing nothing anyway. You need to be going back to, I was just at the library. They got the adult literacy center. You need to be down to there and work with them folks and then come back. Because, you know, everybody's capable of learning. I'm not saying you should give up, but why are you writing with AI and then turning it in and you want your name on there as an author? You didn't write that.
Even if you know how many free literacy classes the library has? The library got so much stuff.
Like,
can't make it down to the center, take an English class on Saturday.
Like, what are we doing? So, I don't know. I mean, anyway, that's what they're doing. And then last but not least, I just wanted to give a shout out to Emanuel Hill, who we mentioned a couple weeks ago when we were talking about luthiers, because he is a black luthier and he is selling his first violin. So I will link his website in the description where you can read about the violin and about his process of making it. He has a lot of information here about it. Apparently, it's loosely modeled after the 1733 Guarneri del Gesù Chrysler violin.
I know my Chrysler made violins.
No, it was named after. It's a Guarneri. Oh. But the nickname of the violin is Chrysler. And yeah, so it has some pictures, some dates and his process of making it, and also available for trial and purchase. So shout out to him.
Okay, for the intermission this week, we're gonna do a blind ranking. It's gonna be a little bit more difficult because they're 15.
15?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so I found a list of 15 of the weirdest facts about classical composers ever, and I want you to rank from most weird to least weird.
Number 1 is most. Yeah.
Number 1 will be most. Yes, number 1 will be most weird. Okay, here's the first one. Even though he was born on, I'm gonna keep a list just in case.
Yeah, because 15, we've been forgot by 4. So
yeah. Okay. Even though he was born on September 13th, Austrian composer Arnold Schoenberg suffered from a fear of the number 13. When there's a word for that, but it's really long. When the composer was 76 years old, a friend pointed out that 7 plus 6 is 13, which was enough to convince him that he wouldn't see his next birthday.
I put that at 14. A lot of people are afraid of the number 13. And honestly, before that, I was thinking 15, but we'll save room. And that's such a widespread thing. Like, they don't even have the 13th floor in the elevator.
Yeah.
Hotels and planes. Like,
I was talking to somebody and they said they were on the 13th floor, and I said, of a hotel? And they were like, yeah. And I was like,
in America? Or is that I wonder, are superstitions?
I don't remember who I was talking to. That's why I can't, but I'm pretty sure it was in America. That was weird.
I wonder about that, though. Are superstitions like global, or how global are some of them? Or
yeah, I don't know.
I'm a little still. I spilled some salt out just in case.
Oh, I forgot to say it. As he lay in bed with anxiety and illness that Friday, his heart gave out. He died on Friday, July 13th, 1951, just as he feared.
Nah, he did something. I don't know.
Yeah, that's weird. German composers George Friedrich Handel and Johann Sebastian Bach, gotta get back in that book, lived with declining vision for the last few months of their lives. The cause? They underwent eye surgery at the hands of an oculist called Chevalier John Taylor, a poster child for the 18th century quackery. Not that, I ain't say that now. According to Daniel Albert, author of Men of Vision, Taylor performed a failed cataract surgery on Handel, and it's believed that Bach suffered from a fatal postoperative infection. Living in the 1700s. Yeah, maybe. Oh. I've never seen that word.
Me neither, actually. I just kind of surmise.
Postoperative. Like a post-op.
Yeah.
I mean, because it's always post-op.
Post-op, yeah. Why were you having eye surgery in 17?
But it's like when it's like 1700s, you think it's like today, because people might be like,
so weird. Eye surgery in 17.
Because you never know, they might be like, I mean, I doubt it, but they might be like in the year 4000, they might be like, why was y'all having eye surgery in the year 4000? You know, they just thought that was regular stuff.
Like, it was just, what really like blows me about it is that it would look like this. Cause like, everything we see from, we don't see nothing from that. Yeah, it was painting, but like
it would look like this.
See, like that doesn't make any sense. No, it didn't. Like,
it's like perfectly normal. Like when they was listening to records on purpose, like they was like, yeah, the latest big CD-ROM just dropped.
I just feel like though I said like, I know it was normal to y'all, but like how normal could this possibly be?
I feel like it was, but also the thing that makes me feel like it's not that normal is that cataract surgery is like a really, like for you to have what's it called, glaucoma, I think is what happens when you have bad cataract. It's like you normally it's because like it's extreme poverty, it's whatever, because it is such a simple surgery. Like you cut the little eye, the cataract slides right out, like it's like that kind of thing. So it's like this is a really easy surgery. And this dude came with a butter knife and
yeah, because wasn't they like knocking people out or giving them alcohol or whatever? Like, how the hell you even get eye surgery And so Bach died in what, 1750? So this was near a couple years before, so probably 1740s. How do you get eye surgery in 1740?
And you know, y'all don't be washing y'all don't wash your hands today, so I don't know what's going on. And was the water clean?
Like, what do you mean you had eye surgery in 1740?
Stuff was just so willy-nilly back then. Stuff was willy-nilly. I feel like I'm afraid to see what's willy-nilly right now.
Nah,
You just never know.
wow. Okay, this is supposed to be weirdest facts.
Yeah, I guess that they both had eye vision problems.
It's crazy, but it's as far as weird, like, especially considering that it wasn't weird to y'all, I put it at like 12. Like, it's crazy to me that you was getting eye surgery in 1740, but like to you, that's just today. So,
okay. Norwegian composer Edvard Grieg, I know he was from Norway. Kept a frog figurine in his pocket and rubbed it for good luck before concerts.
15.
I need to know more about why the frog. Maybe
it's a Norwegian thing. Because I feel like, keep it in your pocket all the time, kind of weird, but like a lot of people, like, you know, good luck charm type thing.
Yeah, especially
like,
if he's like superstitious or something.
Yeah, like, and I mean, everybody got their stuff like before a concert.
You got one?
Well, not everybody, but like you might have something like, I remember before my juries, I used to do the dance routine to Get Me Body, the extended version of Get Me Body. But that's like, because some people do jumping jacks, get their heart rate up. I was like, I'm gonna just do this.
German-born composer Ludwig van Beethoven, I'm just gonna say who they are, was so meticulous that he counted exactly 60 coffee beans each time he had a cup.
I'll put that at 10. It's extra. Like, what, y'all was just bored though.
There was nothing to do.
And you know what's so fun? I was just seeing about, what was I watching? Something that was saying that the Sarabande was banned at one point before they like revamped it and made it like, I guess whatever they thought it was risky. I'm like, y'all
They thought the Sarabande was risque.
That's what I'm saying. But apparently there was an older version of it. But still, I bet you the older version also wasn't risque. But I'm just like, there was too little for y'all to do for y'all to be banning so much stuff.
Yeah.
Like, we got more to do now and we have less stuff banned. Well, we about to have more. But you know what I mean? Like, it was already, y'all ain't got no TV now, whatever. And on top of that, y'all can't do the Sarabande?
It was so holy back then, though. Like no secular music.
Like, okay.
Reichardt Strauss appeared on the cover of Time magazine in 1927 and 1938. That should have been 15, low-key.
Yeah. What's the lowest I have? 13?
Mm-hmm.
What's that, 13? It is kind of weird, though.
That is kind of, because it's 1927. I get the Strauss confused. I don't really know. I don't know who wrote Don Juan. I don't know who wrote Blue de Neuf. I just know it was Strauss. So,
but Reichardt, but also the timing of that, because Reichardt was the one that I know. I think Hitler was a fan. I don't remember the details of their stuff. So,
okay, Polish composer Karlowitz, because I can't say his first name, died during an avalanche while skiing in the Tatra Mountains between Slovakia and Poland.
9.
That ain't weird. Sad.
Yeah. Oh wait. Oh, I thought that was it. Oh, I'm in 11. Sorry. Aww. Avalanche sounds terrible. Hopefully you get hit in the head first.
Yeah.
And you just don't have to.
You have to suffocate.
I was thinking like you get pinned under something, bleed out or something. There's a bunch of different ways. Let's just. Yeah.
You saw that thing with the what is it called? When too much water. Well, that's not what it is. The thing that happened in India. I forgot what it's called.
Mudslide?
Huh?
A mudslide or what?
No. Oh, that would happen after. But it was like when a bunch of water was released from the sky at once.
What? New fear unlocked. Well, we live in California.
They might be thanking God for that.
What? What is that?
I'm telling you, God was just doing that 6th day.
What do you mean?
I'm telling you, that 6th day, he was like, what could I do? What could I get done? Yeah, it happened in India. It was sad because like you just watch people on screen just you didn't see it like up close, but you could just assume that if that much water comes to whisk you away.
There's too much going
on. I forgot what it's called. Now I can't find the name of it, but it's like called something that I never heard before. Like when I moved to Rochester, I learned about a snow squall. It's like why why do we have blizzard-like conditions in just this part of town for 10 minutes?
That sucks. Flying river?
Oh yeah, happening on. They're calling it a flash flood, but that's not what the word that was used. Yeah, that's crazy. Like it engulfed like that whole village. 4 people dead, dozens. Anyway, there's enough going on. Back to the game. Okay. Mozart wrote the overture to Don Giovanni on the morning of the opera's premiere while suffering from a massive hangover.
9.
I feel like we can assume Mozart was always hungover.
That's kind of crazy though.
Yeah,
that's y'all king. Y'all swear they were such geniuses and they so. Y'all would probably hate Mozart if you like today.
Probably. Okay, 2 skulls lay in Haydn's tomb. His head was stolen by phrenologists and replacement skull put replacement skull in his tomb. However, the real skull wasn't restored until 1954. The substitute wasn't removed. Which why?
I was waiting for this one because I knew it would be up there. There's only one fact that I think would go above this one. I don't know if it's there. I'll put that one. I'll put it number 2. We'll see if the other one is there. Cause that's nuts.
Why didn't you just hit the other one?
Why you digging? Like
what? Orlando de Laus, Belgian composer, was allegedly kidnapped many times as a boy because of his beautiful singing voice.
That's crazy.
Can you imagine me like, where Orlando at? Oh yeah, he gone. He'll be back though.
He in the back of the wagon. I don't know his days. They had cars yet with a bag over his head. Oh, here's this again.
Yeah. he knocking on the back of the thing like, you know when we going back.
Mind you, y'all can't just put together a concert schedule, a tour, like.
And why y'all letting him on the loose so often? Like if you, I feel like after the first time you done got kidnapped, it's like, okay, we gotta have some rules and regulations. Like you're not playing outside alone. We ain't got no street lights. We assuming this dude. I don't know his name at all.
What's his name?
Lassus.
How you spell that?
Lassus.
Lassus who?
Orlando. No, that's the last name. Orlando Day.
I'm just put this is Lassus composer.
Oh yeah. So how come you went
1532?
When is it?
1532.
Oh, you know the Earth just got started out. You know it was just whatever.
Like so much. It say circa 1532.
They don't even know.
They don't know his.
They kept taking him so many times.
He got a cranium on him. His head is so lumpy. Oh. Yep. That's it. Oh, there you go.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Freud would have loved you.
All right, okay. All right. You're right. That's whose skull they needed to be on.
I ain't never seen nothing like that. Why I got so many crevices? All that knocking around they did to him when he was younger, scooping him up. He still went on to be a composer.
Wow. Dang. He's so far back. It's a modern day Belgium. Like it wasn't Belgium when he was there. He didn't Belgium yet.
Whole time he probably French.
Ooh, I'm so glad I wasn't born back then. So much to do now. I got Legos in my room in the shape of a flamingo. Like, y'all was bored.
Cause what was y'all doing in 1500?
You wasn't nothing to do but get kidnapped.
Did y'all even know what 1500? Y'all was just vibing it out.
That's amazing.
But it's also like, how late did he live?
1594. Yeah, 62.
Oh, okay. What to say? You live in the 1500s. You really got much time. I would have been dead by now. 32. What? You ain't got no clean water. Doctors was sharing syringes and napkins.
Parasites running through your gut like a Tomb Raider.
Like feces in the street. Public urinals.
You saw that dude? Did you see that TikTok? That dude?
No.
In the porta potty and it fell its way? And Katie, that has been a fear of mine for years.
Enough.
For years. Katie, I said I would kill myself.
Enough.
And the guys, they was pulling it up and then it went. I was like, there's nothing I could do to feel clean after that. My life is over. My life
it's
is
all in your mouth. It's all in your nose.
I don't know how long he was like that. I don't know. And you can't get out the door right.
Sorry, y'all.
Wait! I can't believe you didn't see that. Katie, and that's been a fear of mine for years. That's why I don't do porta potties. I'd rather squat in the bush than get in a porta potty.
To be fair, I can kind of one hand how many times I use a porta potty. Because we went to a sunflower farm and everybody was laughing at me because I was like, okay, you gotta go to the bathroom. But it was like there was no way it was gonna fall over because it was like the porta potty was the way for it to go for you to, and it wasn't like a lone porta potty. It was like this is how it's set. Like they have hand wash stations outside. Like there was like 30 or 40 porta potties just lined up. So it's like
them sunflowers would have had to be face to face with my stuff because I can't do a porta potty. I cannot do them. I've done them before. I've done my time. It's just the situation in there,
and it's always so hot in there.
It's always so hot, and the way everything splashed out when he came. Oh my gosh. My life is over. I can never feel clean again.
I feel like I gotta go to the doctor today.
And how do you gotta go to the doctor because you've been exposed to all this waste. You gotta go to the doctor. How you getting home? Who car you sitting in? You calling an Uber? There's just so many.
They gotta hose you off. Maybe when you call the ambulance,
change your clothes. You got
maybe you will call. I will call the ambulance, and they had them hose me off and take me to the morgue.
And I can't be no ambulance I can't be nobody with a serious position because I'll be like, what the you come for me to help. I'll be like, I'll be in the back of my stuff.
That's crazy.
Anyway. Yeah, that was nuts. Somebody was like, new fear unlocked. I'm like, I remember having that thought years ago, and that's actually the thought that made me like, I can't do a porta potty.
I just said I'm already a germaphobe, and so I feel like it's something that I really had to go to the bathroom. Right. And that was in 2020. Yeah. I've gotten worse since then. But you could take me straight to the funeral home. You could take me straight. They can embalm me. You could take me straight there. Cause I feel like people got all type of stuff on. You know, people got going on. I feel like you might in innocent waste, like.
I can't. Yeah.
Also, but to be fair, you boo-booing in a porta potty. Why are you doing that?
Some people do, but also some people they gotta go. You
gotta go.
Oh my god.
I feel like porta potties are like what we finna do. Like we was literally when the sunflower field was in the middle of Illinois.
Yeah.
It's like it wasn't so dramatic that there's no civilization for hours, but definitely like I'm not leaving here to drive 30 minutes to go to the bathroom. Like. And the only thing that convinced me was that, like I said, they was like, it was set up in a way that like, these are sturdy. Like it was like a bunch of them. Sorry y'all for yelling in y'all ears. I hope you're still listening. If you are, let's keep going. Composer Lully often hit his staff against the ground to keep time. On one occasion, he missed the ground and stabbed his foot. This one led to his contraction of gangrene, the cause of his death.
Yeah. I just why you hitting it so hard?
And why you hitting it by your foot? Natural selection really do work because that's kind of like
maybe you getting into it. But
I feel like naturally because your hand don't naturally go in front of your body. I feel like I would have just put it. He was standing in a V.
I mean, maybe you moving around, or maybe something like
around.
I bit my tongue the other day and I was pissed. Like maybe something. It's one of those like rare whatever. I'll put that at like maybe number 5.
You using a spear?
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm like, how hard was you hitting that? You went through. What's your foot made out of? Cake.
That's number 5.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's not how you spell green. Cool. Scarlatti composed his cat fugue, after his cat walked across his keyboard.
What's the lowest one?
8.
You know what? He would fit right in at Oberlin.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds something y'all would do.
Cool.
Oh my God, I was having cats back then. What's Scarlatti's dates? I don't know. Nobody dates but Bach and Beethoven and Tchaikovsky and like there's ones that you got to know to pass music history.
Yeah,
those are the dates I know, and some black people.
I barely know dates. Maybe Bach is the one I know offhand.
And and you're really approximate.
Mm-hmm.
And the only reason, I just know because Bach has such a clean.
It's clean.
Death, date. So, Scarlatti, 1660 to 1725.
Guess so.
No, Libra. Hey. Oh no, he's not. He died in Libra season. Never mind. My bad.
Okay, Schumann plunged his hands in a slaughtered animal's internal organs or intestines to heal his ailments. He plunged his hands in a slaughtered animal's internal organs or intestines to heal his ailments.
See, science has come such a long way because why would you do that to heal yourself? You probably caught something. Yeah. I mean, you probably caught something that way.
Schumann was the one.
When you said plunge, I thought you were going to talk about when he went into the Rhine.
A couple times.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about Schubert. Schubert had his situation.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna put that. Let me put that at number 1. Cause why you doing that? I mean, I guess I touch animal stuff when I cook, but still.
I just don't get what that means, and why would. I just don't understand how it's like, if I stick my hand through this stripe, like I'll feel better.
They was doing any old thing though. They thought I like this little boy's voice. Let me kidnap him. So they was just doing any old thing.
I remember I posted a video asking talking about Violin on her mental health issues and what would have been Violin from Jazz. What would have been. Obviously today there's so much mental health, whatever, but what supports would she have had? And as one therapist was like, girl, you don't really want to know for real. Be careful when you look it up. And I was like, I'm not looking it up. Yeah. I know about the ice water and stuff like that. And I kind of got a glimpse of it when I watched the Bridgerton spinoff of Queen Charlotte. Because historically, whoever Queen Charlotte was married to, I don't really know all that little whatever. Probably George. I know George. So whichever George she was married to had a lot of mental health stuff. She really never really saw him for real. He struggled with his whole life. He would whatever. And in the show, they would do all type of stuff. They throwing ice water on him. They making stuff bite him, all type of stuff. But the reason why I felt compelled to make a video about it because I was like, okay, King George was in the 1700s, 1600s.
But he was also king and white.
Yeah. So I'm thinking surely in 300 years, if this girl is laying in the middle of the street and stealing babies, that it would have came a little bit farther than.
Was you black and in America and a woman as well? Because
a
lot of women, especially women, the stuff they was doing.
So I was like, I'm not looking it up. I'm not, I thought y'all was finna say, I don't know what they thought. What I thought. Because even if it wasn't black women, I'm just curious what mental health look like, period. But as soon as
lobotomy.
Yeah, but I remember learning about some of that stuff when I took AP Psych, but I was like, I didn't really remember for real, and I don't want to know the dates. I don't remember the dates of nobody because I know it's like in 1920s. I feel like who's the father of modern psychology? I feel like he was a little bit later than that, but I couldn't remember, so I was like,
it was shocking people not that long ago. So, and for being gay. So,
you saw that video of what's that very problematic pastor who prayed the gay away? What's her name? Carrie.
Oh, Jackie Hill Perry.
And you saw that video when she was talking to let me tell you something. You talk to my kid like that. When you saw that video, she talking to some girls and she was like, "Y'all going to hell," but this and that. Do not tell my child.
I feel like I saw it and then I scrolled because ever since her and I was like, girl, you like hoochie bad. Like the way you say that, you are gay and you have not come to terms. You think you going to hell, whatever, girl. If you don't just lose the husband and live in your truth, but
because the way she be going after Kaylani and Meg, I'm just like, girl, you just like
you
hoochie.
Want them.
She want Kaylani so like you mentioned Kaylani. You know who also mentioned Kaylani a lot? Young and May.
Like, girl,
I think I hate her. I think I freaking hate her. I think I hate her.
You hate yourself. That's sad.
And you making everybody else like do not talk to. First of all, why are you sending your child to Jackie Hill Perry?
That's number one.
That's number one. Number two, talk to my child like that.
Like,
girl, I can't stand her. Okay. Russian composer Alexander Scriabin, do I know that name? Had synesthesia, a rare neurological condition in which two or more senses intertwine. He heard, I be forgetting these are classical music facts. Sorry, because it's so dry. He heard music as colors and invented a piano-like instrument that could project colored light into the concert hall. That's kind of cool, actually.
Yeah, I was about to say that's cool. I'll put that at 7. It's my lowest. Yeah, synesthesia is interesting.
Mm-hmm. Mahler spent 3 secluded years in a tiny one-room cottage on the shore of Attersee Lake in North Austria. He drew much of his inspiration for his music from nature, and the refurbished cottage can be visited today. Y'all could have just really made this 10.
Yeah.
It didn't have to be 15.
I guess it has to be 6. That's Town T, except for the one-room part.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that.
But I wouldn't do it for 3 years. But I know he was going through it. He lost like a lot of children. His wife,
oh, she did him so dirty.
Like, he was going through it. Yeah. Okay, Russian composer Borodin was also a chemist, doctor, and avid partier. And see, that's why we getting cataract surgeries mixed up, because you're not sticking to one thing.
You're right. You trying to be a jack of all trades, but you got somebody's life in your hands. What?
Like, girl. He allegedly died suddenly while dancing too hard at a ball.
You know what? Period. How you dance? Maybe he had a heart attack or something. I'll put that as the lower one. What's that for?
Okay, I'm missing one. Let me see which one it is. Okay, we did that one. Lully, Scarlatti, Lassus. The Tomb, The Avalanche, Schumann, Giovanni, Time Magazine, The Coffee Beans, Grieg. I'm bugging? That's all of them. Is this 14?
Okay, secret one.
I hate when I do this because am I bugging? There are 15 here, but there are 14 here.
Yeah, we're missing one. Did maybe you not write one down? Maybe I didn't rank one. I feel like there was one that where we moved on. I was like, did I rank that one? And I don't remember. Maybe I didn't rank one. No, but it was. Oh yeah, like we didn't write it down.
Okay, number 1 was Schumann's Intestines.
I feel like it was maybe towards the end.
Okay, number 2 was The Two Skulls. We don't have number 3. Borodin Dancing. Lily's Gangrene. Mahler's Cottage. Just wrote that one's Scriabin. Scarlatti's Cat. Don Giovanni. Number 9. Beethoven's Coffee is number 10. The Avalanche is number 11. The Vision is number 12, Bach and Handel. The Times Thing with Strauss. Okay. Schoenberg. I forgot that one. In Greek.
Did you write down Schumann?
Oh, no.
Oh, that's the one we're missing.
No, yeah. Schumann in the Intestines was number 1.
Oh.
Well, the world will never know. That's crazy.
Did it have something to do with... Oh, we said Scarlatti.
Wrote down, I have Mahler. I have Skye. Whatever how you ever say his name. I have... Luli. Did I not write down Lily?
No, I remember you writing that one down.
Lily, Scarlatti, Lassus. What was wrong with Lassus? Oh, the kidnapped one. We didn't write that one down.
Oh, we did?
I don't think so.
Oh.
Well,
mystery solved. Yeah, because we got into... I was looking at his head.
Oh, that's what it was. See what you get for being trifling?
Oh, we know this not even him. Oh, this not even him. Oh, is it? No, his name is Lasso.
But remember,
Oh, no, it's him. Well, he got 2 Wikipedias. Okay.
And that head was probably way lumpier.
I saw a painting of him with hair, and I was like, okay, that cleaned it up. See, he don't look bad here.
Oh, he look normal there.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with lumpy head. I'm just saying, like, I ain't never seen nothing like that.
All right.
I feel my head lumpy. I think I got me a little thing in the bag. I do have a thing in the bag because Allison, you could tell I never grew up with siblings. I'm like, why would you say that to me? She was like, oh, not you got one of them things in the back of your head? Because I got one of them, like my uncles have them, like a little, like, I don't know how to describe it, like a little, it's like that little thing in the back of your head. I got like a little one. Or, you know how like man got them rolls? I got one. I never really thought much of it until my cousin pointed it out.
How do you know that? How can you see it?
I think you can tell if my hair is up. I just never cared.
Oh.
And also I think that makes sense because I got moving scalp. That's not really do a lot of middle parts. I'm just like, it's gonna be to my ear in a couple hours. I didn't realize for sure until I did my hair this past time, and I'm like, that was definitely a middle part, and now it's not. So I did a side part. I was spending too much time on it, but there's that. Hope you enjoyed that intermission that took literally 30 minutes.
Nice beefy intermission. That's fine because the book is getting shorter. Our remaining pages are getting shorter. And, I'm so glad that we had a much shorter reading this week. Mm-hmm. In part because of what we discussed last week, how the first 2 were very beefy, but also because at around 1:20 this afternoon, I went, the book, and realized that my book had been sitting here since we recorded it last week.
Dang.
There would have been no hope because we started meeting at 3. So there would have been no hope in me finishing if we had the amount to read that we had before.
Yeah.
It completely slipped my mind. So, but I got it done. So that's great. Anyway, we got what we wanted. From last week, learning a little bit. I would have a little bit more, but we got to see the scene of Joe shooting Dorcas because we was like, what was he doing, whatever. And we finally got that connection. You know, we was brainstorming what could be the connection between that story that came, you know, out of left field and the main story of the book, which we found out. I do think that's kind of a weird connection. Like, what are the odds that
it's just elaborate?
Yeah, and then also I feel like some stuff, like, I'll be confused until like a few paragraphs later I'm like, oh, okay, so now I know who talking and what, and and also like I just think it's kind of crazy that wait, hold on, let me get this straight. The dude that rescued your mom, his dad that he never met is the baby daddy of your wife's grandma's master. That's where we at.
Toni Morrison should have been a screenwriter. That was it. Because like I understand, I'm trying to figure out like how could she have done it in a simpler way, and I just don't. Because now I'm in like I just don't know. Could she have done it easier? I feel she might have been able to cut out the backstory with the master and whatever. It could have just been Golden Boy, but then I was like, but we needed his backstory to justify why he was heading to his dad's house that night and how he found Wild on the side of the road.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I think maybe I feel like sometimes it's in the order that stuff comes in.
I will say maybe it's because there was less to read this time around. When I was reading it, and I was like, I kind of like being dropped in the. I don't love what she did. Well, okay. I was gonna say I don't love that we already knew that Dorcas was gonna die, but many people do that. So that I'm not gonna say that. But I kind of like the jumping around. I just feel like sometimes this is the first time I didn't feel labored, and maybe because we had less to read. Because I was like, it's kind of tea. Like you dropped us in the middle of this thing, and you got to build it around us. Like I kind of enjoyed that.
In the middle of what? The scene at the party?
No, I just feel like her way of like how she builds. Like all we knew at the beginning of the book was that like I feel like normally I read books that stuff happens chronologically, and we might get like a jump back, and then we go right back. I feel like we still got to figure out why they don't speak, Violet and Joe. But I kind of like how the stuff is be unfolding as we go in a way that like, I don't really read that often.
I don't mind that as a larger structure, but what I do mind is like last paragraph we was talking about. We was from somebody else's point of view.
That I don't want.
That is like what's confusing to me, and also what's confusing to me was there was a part. Maybe I need to get my book. There's a part. When we first get introduced to Wild, and not like when she gets hit, but like, it was a point where they was talking about, you know, how she be in the bushes and people be like whatever, and how she tapped Story / Hunter's Hunter, because I was like Hunter is an anime. I was like, what's she?
No. When I saw that, I was like, what's Dalanie?
I was like Hunter's Hunter. But when she tapped him on the shoulder, that like I was confused about where we were at during that, because we didn't know yet that he was La Story. So like that, I'm just saying, I felt like that was unnecessarily confusing to me. And to be fair, I was like, maybe I should go back, but I was like, I'm not gonna go back and read it right now. I just want to make sure I get the reading done before we have to record. And I was like, I'll ask Katie if it was confusing.
I mean, I'd be confused too. So we just been sitting here
because I didn't know if it was like I just read that too fast and I didn't get to go back or like what. But I just was like, so we talking about her, she tapping him on the shoulder. When was this? Like I didn't really understand. When was she tapping him on the shoulder? Because it seemed like he knew her, and it also sounded like he raised her.
You talking about Golden Gray's dad?
Yeah. Let me
tapped her on the shoulder?
Or she tapped him on the shoulder. I remember being like, wait a minute, because it said something about him. And also when he read her. I mean, when
he ate that up.
Yeah, he ate that up.
I was like, when he was talking about all that, like, don't come in here saying, like, I was like, he probably has never been spoken to like that in his life.
Like, I was like, oh. They was talking about yeah. Oh no, that's not what I'm talking about. There was a before we knew who he was. I mean, yeah, before we knew like who Hunter's Hunter was, I was just like, who is this? What are we? I was just very confused.
I think it's like also in combination with the writing style. It's just like I feel like you got to pick one. My mind's like sometimes I was reading and I'm like I love how this is unfolding, but some stuff just really be confusing. Like sometimes I feel like you got to accept confusion. Sometimes you're reading this book, like
yeah, it says like it was talking about some grandfathers, and it says the man that the grandfathers called Hunter's Hunter got tapped on the shoulder by fingertips that couldn't be anybody's but hers. And then it said like he turned around and he said he was confused. The fingertips at his shoulders, the eyes at his feet. First thing that came to mind was the woman he named himself some 13 years ago, because while tending her, that was the word he thought of. Wild. I see now that I'm so this is, wait, hold on, do I see? This is 13 years after Golden Gray brought her to Little Story's house. But I don't know that because I don't know this is Little Story. Right. So like that's after having read it. Now I'm like, okay, I can recognize that now. Because when he said tended her, now I'm thinking, because I'm still thinking we're at that point in time. I'm thinking we're 13 later. So I'm thinking 13 years ago. I'm like, so did he raise her? I'm like, yeah, that's what was confusing to me, because I don't know that this is a story. I don't know that I don't mind that I don't know that baby is Joe, because that is a reveal, like whatever. But I don't know that it wasn't until a little bit later that I knew that Joe stayed there and that Golden Gray's dad raised him. How was I supposed to know that?
I feel like it's one of these books that you got to read multiple times, and I won't be doing that. But like, it can be a little, I think I like the idea of it. I like how it unfolds. But it's like sometimes I'm just like, girl, and I understand it's a writing style, but sometimes it's like it's confusing. Cause like I
don't mind stuff being a reveal like at all. Especially I liked that we got to know this is Joe, like whatever, because we were kind of like spitballing to see like if that was gonna be the case. But sometimes I don't like when it's like I don't mind things that are like you watch it again and you're like, oh, whatever. Because one thing about that, I know I got Katie, well, we haven't done it in a while, but I got Katie watching Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan is one of those shows that like you watch it again and stuff means different things to you. But the difference is I'm not confused the first time I watch it. And that's the difference.
I feel like you got to read it multiple times. I won't be. Well, I can't say that. Maybe I'll read it again in a couple of years, but I feel like at that point it's going to be a fresh read. But like, everything, sometimes stuff be a labyrinth, and I find myself just like bulldozing through it. I'm just like, girl, I don't even know what you said for real. I don't even know what you said for real. Till it makes sense. And like, because I already did that early in the book. I'm gonna read it again and again and again, and now it's been 20 minutes that I done. I'm on my third read through. I'm just like, you know what? Like, girl, I don't know what you're saying for real. I got that. Cause like I think all the time that she spent doing a lot of stuff, and I could see like I found there was this, I should have marked it. There was this one passage that I was like, oh, that's that jazz stuff. I'm gonna see if I can find it. Like when she kept coming back to the same cadence, like she'll do that. I'm like, that is so beautiful. Like she'll write something and it'll be a cadence. I gotta see if I can find it. And I was like, okay, we get into that jazz, but other than that, it's really hard for me to like really appreciate the writing because I'd be confused.
Literary scholar.
No.
Meanwhile, I'll be like
literary scholars understand what's going on.
The big blue box and the big brown hat. I mean,
like, I'm gonna find it because it was.
I want to get into, while you looking for that, the read. Like, whoa. At first I was like, whatever, but then I realized like the situation that he was in as a black man and a white woman, and the fact that he didn't know that you existed, because I don't got no patience for deadbeat dads, but he wasn't, and this was a totally different scenario, because so of course, like as we know from last week, Golden Gray came to find his dad or whatever, And he you know, he was a little, I mean, he heard he ain't got no daddy, you know, and that type of stuff. But when he found the dad, what did he say? He said, "Look here, what you want? I mean, now, what you want? Want to stay here? You're welcome. Want to chastise me? Throw it out your mind. I won't take a contrary word. You come in here, drink my liquor, rummage in my stuff, and think you can cross-talk me just because you call me daddy? If she told you I was your daddy, then she told you more than she told me. Get a hold of yourself. A son ain't what a woman say. A son is what a man do. You want to act like you mine, then do it. Else get the devil out of my house." I said, whoa.
I know that's right, because you come into my house doing all that talking like, you know, he boosted the world like a white man. So that sounds like something they would do. But it's like, girl.
So, yeah, I honestly don't really get, I mean, I guess other than curiosity, you want to see your other parent, was what he was looking for out of this visit. I know that the story said you wanted to come see how black I was, but yeah.
One thing, I can't find it. I'll mention it next week. So I don't take too much time. But one thing I will give Morrison, when she just like went into him looking for his mama to looking for Dorcas, I said, "Oh, mamas, you ate that up." It was just so smooth. Only thing I will say is I don't understand the connection exactly yet, or if we'll ever know for real. Like, cause he went through, cause I guess his mom like is a wild woman that be living in the forest or something, and be biting him. Like, I know people got that stuff. Why you biting me? Like,
it seemed like she wasn't talking, and it seemed like they was really kind of describing her as like literally insane.
It's one of them things where it's like you get secluded, and you know them rare stories like they kept a child in the basement for 15 years and now they can't walk. Is it one of them things? And also, why is she pregnant?
Yeah, that was my other thing. Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. How she get pregnant?
And also, she has to be so scared. You don't even know what's going on, because she like nonverbal. Like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? I don't get so, but she's well enough, because like when he went into the boulder and found her, which I'm like, I read this sentence way too many times. What do you mean going into a boulder, Toni? Like, what do you like? And she was cooking or something. Like, what? Like, so what's going on? Like, she just, you know what I'm saying? Like, what does she know? What doesn't she know? You bite people in the face. She kind of reminded me of Donnie Thornberry. That's what I got. That's how she wrote him. Her.
Honestly, I was thinking about how that might have affected his relationship with, what's her name, Violet, because I'm like, she's also kind of going off her rocker.
It might be triggering for him. That's what I thought about that too. Like, this might be a trigger.
Yeah. That maybe that's that, and why he got so attached to Dorcas, because it's like you talk about he went and searched for his mom multiple times, and it's like, and now you feel like you back in the same position with your wife, who she talking to that bird, she not talking to you, all this, and now you going out, you searching for somebody else.
Well, I don't like, why are you hunting Dorcas? I mean, you don't know where she's at, and she's avoiding you.
Why you doing it? And then what did she say? He crying, and she want a man with no gray hairs and his mustache. I'm like, this is an 18-year-old. I just gotta put some stuff, like, you like 50 something. Like, why you acting like this? I mean, I know when you acting like this, you got your crazy like childhood, but like, Jesus, like.
The only thing I don't understand with the whole, like, I thought the writing was beautiful going into that moment, like from hunting for his mom to hunting for Dorcas. They don't have the same type of relationship, so I just don't understand, like if he was hunting for Violet first and then went into hunting for Dorcas, I feel like I would have made a more of an emotional connection to that. But one is your mama, one is your girlfriend, so I just didn't understand.
That's a lot of connection there for some people. like how people be having daddy issues and mama issues. Like they're searching for what they didn't get in their parent and somebody else.
Oh yeah.
Like, and I feel like that's kind of what kind of drove him to Dorcas, is that his wife repeating all that distance. Like his mom created all this distance between them. She didn't want him from the get. Like as soon as he came out, she was like, yeah, so anyway, back to my cave. And his wife, she doing what she doing. And Dorcas was, I guess, the person that was giving you all that attention and all that whatever that you never got. And now what really made me like, I audibly gasped, was when he was talking about how she said we finally also got revealed like what it was revealed to us what she said to try to drive him away. She was like, I'm sick of you, all that type of stuff. And he said that he was like, oh, I know she didn't mean it, she's young, young people fly off the handle. He said, just like I flew off the handle when I said I do to Violet. I said that it was nuts.
Yeah, there was another line about him being like, fine, Violet, I'll marry you.
Yeah.
And I was like, and that's why I have to go back and see, because it's like, is our narrator unreliable? Which maybe she's trying to make, maybe with the back, I don't know if that's supposed to be like I don't know if that's just her writing, or if that's like, we're not supposed to trust the narrator, because definitely that is not the story of them in that tree, which I was like, okay, that's why Joe was in that tree. Thing. But when Joe was in the tree and they met each other and they're like, oh, this girl, it never gave fine Violet, I marry you. It gave y'all were in love and we were whatever. So now it's like when we got there and he was like, fine Violet, I marry you. I was like, where did this come from? You didn't want to marry her. Like, that is not what you said earlier.
To be fair, the trees when they first met and they were kids, like I just attributed that to like whatever. But once they went through life,
weren't they married before they went to the city?
They were before they went to the city, but that tree was when they first met.
They were kids when they first met?
Yeah. Because remember, there was her and her sisters got sent away.
Right.
Yeah. And so, like, that was when they first met. They was probably, all whatever. Now, yeah, here's young people fly off the handle, bust out just for the hell of it. Like me shooting an unloaded shotgun at the leaves that time. Like me saying, all right, Violet, I'll marry you, just because I couldn't see whether a wild woman put out her hand or not. So basically, he said he married her because of his mama. That's crazy.
He just wants the love from a woman that he never got.
Please keep that away. That's crazy. But I also agree that is like, that's something that I feel like before we were kind of led to believe like, hey, y'all was in love and something happened. Now we see, I guess, he never really was feeling you like that.
So I'm trying to figure out, like, I've never read a book with an unreliable narrator, so I don't know how to like spot that. But I'm trying to figure out, was that actually how it's supposed to be? Like, it was this, but it was actually that, or can we not trust the narrative, especially because it be bouncing around? We don't know when it's changing. We don't know who's talking. Being first person, it did like like, I don't know.
I feel like it's more so that because the narrator is not anyone in particular, like with the story that we got initially, we were more focused on Violet's story in that situation. So I feel like we were getting her side of her view of their relationship, and now we getting his view of their relationship. And so we see y'all wasn't on the same page from the beginning, because according to her, everything was, oh my gosh, like y'all so whatever. In the beginning, we don't really know where it fell off, but according to him, he wouldn't really want to feel you like that.
So you married me?
I was about to say, like,
when I tell you,
just say so. Like, right?
You shot the wrong person.
You slashed the wrong face.
Wrong person, right?
His face right there. You're not feeling me, so you marry me.
And don't let me put my nigga hat on, because it's a bunch of birds in this story.
Like,
I've been thought Violet. I thought Violet was a bird from the minute she slashed that dead girl's face.
Like, what are you doing?
She a bird. She got pet birds. Birds of a feather. And she talking to them.
I'm about to say, it's one of the only things she talked to. There we go.
Like, you a bird. But also, I want to put it in context with the time and stuff like that. Like, being married was like survival. Yeah. So it's also like a lot of women put up with stuff. Like, yeah, I might take that bird comment back. Because a lot of women put up with stuff. I mean, you still slash her in the face, or you a bird.
She's still a bird because she also was blaming her.
Yeah. It's like a lot of women put up with stuff that they didn't want to do, but you would be impoverished, or you would be you can't open a bank account, like, and they were like quote unquote Spencers or whatever they would call themselves back then. But like, I feel like people who, from my understanding, I'm not no historian or whatever, but from my understanding, if you were a quote unquote spinster and you decided that I ain't finna be with all that, you had money to be able to do that because you can't even get a bank account, you know. So you going to that girl and slashing her face, I would not, like, girl. And we haven't heard from Violet in literally said. I feel like at least 50 to 60% of the book has been Joe, and this whole middle, the past couple of weeks, it has been Toni trying to tell us where Joe came from. Yeah. Which, I mean, I want to know. I mean, I guess growing up without a mom would make you, like, without, I don't want to say, we don't know what his support system was, actually, because plenty of people grew up without a mom, but, like,
well, he was adopted by those people.
Oh yeah, because I was about to say, like, making the connection to Wild. Girl, I don't know. But
he was like maybe 13 when that happened, because also it's like it seems like he stayed with the story from when he was born until when he was around 12 or 13 when that fire happened. And then that's, I guess, when he went to the people, because they said that him and Victory ran away too. Right. And I'm like, but I thought Victory was the adopted brother. So maybe he was adopted before then, or maybe he was friends with Victory but Victory lived there. I don't know, y'all.
And Toni, if you just wrote like 3 consecutive normal sentences, just help a nigga out, like, we really could have been. Girl, I don't know what you're saying.
And it don't help that these names don't be looking like names, because I'm over here thinking you talking about Victory, and I'm like, oh, Victory's a person.
And Victory's a boy's name. I mean, I guess it don't matter in Toni Morrison's
I guess Victor. Could have said Victor.
One thing about Toni, she ain't finna name nobody Sam. I'm surprised Violet's name is Violet.
Girl, and you know what? Toni Morrison ain't got nothing on Walter Mosley when it comes to the names. The most ridiculous names I've ever seen in my life. Like, to the point, it takes you out of the story so bad. Nobody has a normal name. And then on top of that, he names everybody. A mailman comes to the door, he has a name, and you're gonna know it. Like, I just can't. What was his name? Nagadocious? Nagadocious early. I remember that one. Why is his name Nagadocious? Like, it's too much.
And I wonder how you could tell they write it for real, because how you come up with that?
What's the other one? Blood Skill. Why is his name Blood Skill? And it didn't help that I did not like that book. So it
was that Native Son?
Huh? No, the Awkward Black Man. I was excited for that book.
But he didn't write Native Son.
No, that's James Baldwin. Yeah, actually. But yeah, I'm just like, I remember doing a video on it, and people, and I remember Mario was in the comments like, so, and I'm like, yeah, because it's ridiculous. Why there was somebody else. I wish I could remember. There was one that was just like, it was ridiculous. But yeah, Victory light work.
Anyway,
speaking of light work, that's what we have left.
Thank God. I mean,
that TikTok. Oh, thank God.
Like, we gotta wrap this up. We gotta choose some more my speed next year. Like, Dr. Seuss. I know it's gonna be so. And I had a feeling, but I just haven't read Toni Morrison in years. I just didn't remember. What it brought me right back to the bluest eye, and I ain't read nothing since.
I just get back to it. Like, I don't want to make it seem like because we both be reading stuff, but like, there's just different. It's a different type of writing. I gotta have stuff that don't make my head swim, especially because I haven't been reading a lot lately. Like, I can't just dive back into this. Like, my little stuff on the side.
If you have been reading with us, can you please let us know? I know y'all not, but if you are, like, please send us a little birdie, send us a message, like, let us know you've been reading with us, because I'm very curious.
Yeah, what do y'all think?
Especially because, low-key, I mean, the friends don't got a book club, too, and I'd be like, that's so funny, so I just know he's finna say some stuff about it. Mm-hmm. So,
well, that's that. See you next week for our finale.
Woo! All right, y'all. It's time for Black Excellence, where we hype you up, gas you up, and give you your props, because it's room for everyone at the top. Who are you talking about, Dalanie?
This week, I am talking about Derrick Skye, who is a Los Angeles-based composer, conductor, and musician. He is known for a transcultural approach to music. He has many different musical practices and influences from different cultures that he incorporates into his work. I just heard a piece of his called American Mirror, which was originally written for string quartet, but had been arranged for Sphinx Virtuosi. So that was nice. He also, he'd be around. UCLA grad, Cal Arts grad. He also is a student of Persian classical music theory, West African drumming, and Hindustani classical music. So he has a lot of different influences and experience. He immersing himself in those cultures. He's written orchestral music commissioned and or performed by many different institutions, including the BBC National Orchestra of Wales, London Philharmonic Orchestra, Netherlands Philharmonic Orchestra, National Arts Centre Orchestra in Canada, Dayton Philharmonic, Los Angeles Chamber Orchestra, and many, many more. So shout out to him.
Period. Since we were talking about Borodin, my piece of the week is string quartet number 2 because
I don't remember what it sounded like, but I remember liking it. I gotta listen to it.
It's tea. Anyway, thanks so much for listening to Classically Black Podcast. Don't forget to follow us on social media at Classically Black Podcast. We have a Patreon. Join the Ebony Tower. That's patreon.com/Classically Black Podcast. Thank you for listening, and we'll catch you next week.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.